Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So, I thought we'd switch things up today and try to shake up the readings and do a pick a card. And the reason why I felt like this is the perfect time for a pick a card is because, so much time has happened in this last 3 months that when I come back in to tap into the energy, there's so many stories playing out. So this way, at least we can kind of get a couple of the messages rather than trying to add so many messages into one reading for everyone. So we're going to use, what is it called? It's called Divine Feather Messenger. And so we got our feather cards. And so I picked the feathers because birds are those messengers from spirit. And so what message does spirit have to share with you today? So ground yourself, take a deep breath, right? Release everything that's not yours to carry in this moment and be open to what spirit wants to share. Okay, so here are your choices. And so there's many ways, right? You can pick it based off of which one you feel pulled to, right? Just by looks, or maybe you actually feel something pull you and draw you in. Whatever it is, just always honor your intuition. And let's get into the reading. Hey, Pile One, you chose what is this? You chose the crane. We got the message from the crane. Ooh, we got a little bit of energy coming in. Let's see what they want to share with us. Okay, so when I tap into the crane, I hear the Dirty Head song, Stand Tall. And the part that it plays, so I see a crane with the long legs. And it says, stand tall, it gets a little better. I see a wall that we can break down together. So let's see what it says. You will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity bless this union. Stand tall, it gets a little better. I see a wall that we can break down together. Well, that sounds like an awesome partnership. And that's the thing with walls. So in this group, I'm picking up that there is some walls that have been built up for protection. And now I'm almost seeing a fortress, right? Those walls were great, but now it's kind of keeping things isolated. And the outside isn't quite coming in, but this partnership, as it says, breaking down walls. You will soon enter a partnership that is beneficial. Luck and longevity enter this union. So let's see, is this someone new? Actually, let's just pull the rest of the cards and then we'll see. And you know what I find interesting? I actually do have the love reading cards and I wasn't going to use them, but Spirit was like, nope, we need some love in this. So let's see what we got. So are we gonna, no. So the first one we have is Star. We have Let Your Friends Help You. Stay optimistic about your love life in reverse. And then over here we have Sacred Play. Okay. So I feel like this group, okay. From the color of the feather itself, it doesn't really stand out from the rest of them. Of all the other ones, it's got stripes and spots and bright colors to draw you. So if you were drawn to this, I feel like it's a bit muted. And kind of wanting to blend and hide and be, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing someone make themselves into a concrete wall. And they're just like, if I don't move, people won't see me. I'll blend. So someone wanting to blend into the scene. But you're not meant to blend into the scene. And that is because you're a superstar. And so what does it say here? It says, hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. That says exactly what this card says. Hard times are over. That wall It was meant in the past for specific reasons, but I do see this divine partnership coming, and it says, let your friends help you. This one is based off of friendship, right? It's not based off of lust and things like that. So I do see this friendship bond coming, and I'm just hearing someone actually say, well, I've never had this before. And so this is going to be a shock because, you know, you needed your walls for, I'm seeing someone, they had a type, right? They attracted the same type over and over, and they needed all these boundaries for these things because that's the type of person that they were drawn to. But now this person, this new partnership that's going to come in, the crane energy, it just instantly helps you melt the walls. It's almost like they're showing me limestone, that your wall, you thought it was like this big, you know, concrete, like nothing was going to bust it down, but then it was limestone, and then it just kind of dissolved and fell apart and, you know, kind of broke down over time. And that's because of this friendship. It's this kindness that's always passed off to you that has kind of allowed things to relax and settle. But what I'm getting from this person is once they feel relaxed and settled, and that things are, I'm seeing fear of letting go of control. And so once things start to like loosen up, I start to see them actually like enjoying things. And then it's like, oh, I can't though. Like I really got to be responsible. I've got to be this uptight is what I'm picking up. And so, sacred play, right? Stay optimistic was in reverse. It's because this person I'm seeing isn't quite optimistic because they're taking such a serious approach to everything. And that's why that wall's there. It's almost like high security is what I'm getting. Like as soon as I like tap into this wall, I'm like, what is this wall even for? And then I keep hearing, you know, you go to high security like jail and you hear like shh, all those sounds. That's all I just keep hearing. And I'm like, wow, that is a fortress for sure. And so if you do find that you have this fortress, and you're looking around, I'm seeing this person now actually as time changes and evolves. The responsibilities that you used to have, you don't have anymore. So there's a lot more free time. And so that's why sacred play is important. You don't have to keep I'm seeing someone age way faster than they actually are. I'm seeing someone, and like it's almost like they gave you the nickname Granny. And this is a younger energy that I'm picking up, but they're like, this is Granny. And it's not that it's an old soul type vibe. It's just like I'm seeing maybe at a young age you had all the responsibility dumped on you, that, you know, like maybe when you were a teenager you were taking care of your siblings, and now that you're the adult, rather than being the age that you are, it's almost like you grew, right? You were an adult in your teens, now you're in the Granny energy, but that's not who you are. And so it's saying stay positive and go out and have a little bit more fun. It's time to, let me go into this mandala and so when I went into it, it just all kind of started doing like a kaleidoscope kind of thing. But what I got is it kind of started turning into like a tropical vacation. And I was seeing like pineapple drinks and like kind of tiki torches. And so somebody, I'm seeing work, let's say work, instead of taking their vacation time, they're like, oh no, I gotta do this, right? Everything is always focused on work. That's where this sacred play comes in. By taking time to stop, rest, have that vacation, right? Going out of your normal environment, right? I'm seeing this person in a business setting all the time, going to a luau kind of energy. And with that change, with that sacred play, it's going to inspire you in other ways. And you'll take that energy back with you, and that will help. What that is your creative spark. It's going to make your job easier. You're going to come back and enjoy what you do because you have so many ideas. You have this new zest for life. And so in this pile 1, we'll just do a quick recap, wrap this up, but there's a partnership coming in, and a lot of the cards repeat the same thing over and over again. You will soon enter a beneficial partnership, luck and longevity. Hard times are over. Look forward to abundance and happiness with lots of friends and staying optimistic, because without friends, right? Friends and sacred play kind of go together. So when you go out there and you enjoy life and you go have fun and you go get to learn all these opportunities and put yourself in situations and events that are so unfamiliar with you that it sparks that curiosity and awe and wonder again, that's when your wall, the harshness, will start to soften again. Yeah. You built a limestone wall. I'm seeing lots of cracks and things, and it, like acid rain, kind of just coming in and just, when it's ready to come down, it will come down. But until then, be nice with yourself, right? If you need to stop and it's too much going on and you don't want to go around friends, honor yourself, but don't isolate yourself, because this is a very abundant, happy, socializing period for you to open your heart and let more love and abundance in. So best of luck, pile 1, and we'll talk to you later. Hi, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. I must admit that I tried to start your reading already and was interrupted, so I have looked at all the cards, but we can still share the message and get the insights that were shared. It's just not going to be in live time. So for your card, you picked the Blue Jay. And I love Blue Jays so much, right? Blue Jays, they're such vocal creatures. And as mentioned earlier, As mentioned earlier, birds are the winged messengers from spirit. And the blue jay also is blue, which represents the throat chakra. So I do feel like that this one is an important message for you to hear. So let's just look at the cards first, and then we'll get into the message. So the first card was Beware. We did have playfulness in reverse. We had romantic feelings in reverse. And then last but not least, we had rare success. And so the message was, for someone, we'll start off with the Blue Jay. It says, the time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. So there is a need to be humble, because I do feel like this really great golden opportunity is coming your way. And so when something comes that you're so excited for, it is saying be aware of your circle or environment, because I am seeing someone be so excited with what they, just what life has to offer. Like, they're so excited, they want to go and share their friends and family, and they think that their friends and family are excited for them, but actually this is where the beware comes in. It's a little bit of jealousy and bitterness. It's like, why does that always happen to them? Like, oh, they're so lucky, oh, grand opportunity again. And that's kind of what I'm getting is, you go to these people and you're so excited, you're in your playfulness, but they're not liking it, and you're not quite picking up on it. Or maybe you do. Maybe you notice that when you go there and you show them love and everything, you don't get much back from them. And that's unfortunate. But what Spirit's saying is, at this part, the time is right to access and master your abilities. there is this really rare, like, look how dainty. Can I see? It's just like the gold is so fine and beautiful and delicate. And that's what this opportunity is. So Spirit is saying to really watch who you share all your stories with right now. Because I do see, again, someone not in your corner supporting you. And that's where that humility kind of comes in. It's like being humble. Spirit really wants you to keep things to yourself and let it manifest, because like I said, this gold is so fine. It's so delicate that even the littlest of interference or tampering will break it. And so let it grow, let it keep tempering it, right? Hot, cold, whatever you're called, hurry up and wait, go, hurry up and wait. You know, it's whatever you feel called when Spirit asks you to take action, that is for you to know. Not everybody else needs to know this, because like, again, that tampering, I'm seeing maybe someone might plant a seed of self-doubt and you might not even go for this or think you're worthy enough for this, or they might just break it. And so okay, when I focus in on the top there, it went to the tree. And Spirit told me that this is something that it's seasons. It's like whatever this opportunity, this rare, is that what it says? Rare success. That's what it is. It's not an opportunity. It's success at whatever you've been working on. So when I looked at the tree, it kept saying that you've put seasons and seasons and seasons of work into this effort. So you will be successful, but along your path, maybe keep your plans to yourself. If you don't want others kind of button in where it's not their business. So we still have about 5 more minutes that we want to put into this reading. All right, let's try and make them all at least 10 minutes. So let's see what other insights come out now. Okay, when I focused on the plant, it is just a ficus, but when I focused on it, it turned into a Venus flytrap. And so I am kind of seeing someone being trapped by their friendship circumstances. They're saying it's not like crabs in a bucket where they want to keep you with them. So what is it? Okay, all I keep seeing is this gecko climbing the ladder, and it's guided. It's just following its own intuition, doing what it's guided, and it is going to be successful, a rare success. But every time I'm like in here, I'm picturing like the Venus flytrap, and it's like someone wanting to just trap you for energetic source, right? Your energy feeds them and maintains them. Maybe you physically always have to go out of your way to help them, or maybe you're always the one that like they call when they have problems. Whatever it is, it's like they take a lot of your time and energy. And so it's kind of beneficial if you stay exactly where you are. It's not that they're trying to make you do this and stay, because you're not. And that's exactly, like, I just kept seeing them try to pull and keep it there, and it just was like, nope, one step, and it just kept growing, kept getting out of every plot and ploy that they tried to keep them just stay. And it's like, no, like, I've got to go where I gotta go. And it's just like, I'm like I said, I see booby traps or something that was supposed to like foil, and then it's like smooth right past it. So If you do find that, you have this great idea, and we really love sharing, right? When we got in our creativity, but Spirit's saying this is very delicate and fragile. You put so many, and when we say seasons and seasons and seasons, we don't mean just 3 seasons this year. We mean years and years of like, I'm seeing 5 to 7 years, they're telling me. So I don't know what it is that you've been slowly building on. And it's a skill, right? It says the time is right to access and master your abilities. So your abilities and skill. I'm finding, let's say it is something like what I do with intuition, and that it's really learning to control that skill and not really letting it just go wild, right? Containing and controlling, and that's what our throat chakra, right? We choose what, right? And when something comes out, you can never take it back. And so it's better to keep it to yourself now and let it grow. Like we said, just keep like incubating that thought and that idea, and next thing you know, it's going to be here, and then you can share it with everyone. That's what Spirit's saying. So Blue Jay pile number 2. I kind of want to know what you're doing, but I'm sure you will share in due time. And so until then, good luck on whatever it is, your skill, ability, or project. It's going to be very successful. So if you need a little bit of a wink or encouragement, or you're just wondering, this is your sign from Spirit, messages from Spirit, that keep it to yourself, because it will be successful. And this time right now of growth is important. So have a good day, pile 2. We'll see you later. Hi, pile 3. This is your pick a card reading, and it looks like you have picked the, well, let me see, I can't read there. You picked the grouse. There he is. So what does he want to share? It says, embrace the powers of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. Don't stop till you get enough. Okay. Oh, this one got extra cards. You're my extra card bonus. So what do we got here? Okay, so the first card we have is the owl. My hands aren't working when they get cold. The second one is flowers. Yeah, so every other pile only got one of those. You got 2. Did someone else? Nope, every pile's got one. All right, so then we got flowers. The next one we have is you deserve love. True love. Ooh. And divine rebel in reverse. You know what energy I'm getting from this? I'm kind of getting someone who was a badass in the past, and they're like, I'm gonna do what I want. Nothing can stop me, right? And then later on in life, finally settling down from that divine rebel role. And so that's now wanting to, like, maybe start a family, start a firm foundation, start like caring and mothering and nurturing, which, oh man, I'm getting chills. Yeah, this is like, this pile, I'm just picking such a loving heart energy. I just want to sit here and tap into that feeling, because it is so nice. You have so much to give. And what I want to say to you, because I'm feeling this love, is what you have to give is so precious. And I don't want you to go and give your precious energy to someone who's not worthy of it. Yeah, I feel like that might have been past habits or lessons that you've been in, kind of stuck. But you've learned a lot, they're telling me. What did you learn? And it said the highest lesson of all. What is the highest lesson of all? Well, it's whatever challenge you were working through. There's this great aha moment that you had that really broke you out of the toxic cycle of partnerships in the past. I think it's because you had a little bit of this rebel energy. And I'm not saying rebels are bad. This one is a lot of F you, though. It's like they keep showing me someone who knows what they want to do. It's almost like, here's a job that I need to delegate to you. Can you please, clean up your dishes and do this? And then they'll be like, well, I'm not doing nothing like that. Hell no, blah, blah. and it's just that softening. I'm just seeing the energy not being as reciprocative in the past. So what I mean by this, I do get this little bit of rebel energy, and I don't know why it's not coming out. And so what Spirit is saying is that this was actually a very hard lesson for you to understand, because it was a toxic pattern that you had for a very, very long time. Maybe your whole lifetime, they're saying for some. And when it's your norm, your status quo, we don't really know that it's toxic. It's like, oh no, that's just who I am. And so I'm picking up someone that the highest lesson that you learned was whatever this really hidden shadow part of you was. You healed something in that thought that you didn't deserve love, that there was a part of you that just was unworthy. And so healing this part, adding love into it, and now kind of shifting this energy, and now being like, okay, I don't need to fight. I can just love now. And that is huge, because I feel like this energy has been running and resisting love, their authentic expression, for so long by putting on this tough, I don't care, but they cared so much. So let's go in a little bit more. It says, grouse. It says, embrace the powers of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. So highest movement, or movement for the highest, like, yeah, go out and dance, move, do those things. But what I saw was the biggest thing for you was that you left. You physically got up and left something. And whatever it is that you left kind of was that magnet that kept you trapped in your toxic cycle. And so you finally let go of that pull, that thing that always pulled you back to the negativity. So now you're up here. You're at your highest timeline. You are in the love frequency. This is it's probably uncomfortable for you, because it's so open and it's so exposed and it's so unknown. So let's read what the rest of the cards are. So for the owl, it says, there are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. That transition from, I almost get like a scorned Lilith kind of energy. We'll say dark feminine or something, to finally just getting to It's almost like Lilith to Bridget, right? That's the energy I'm getting. It says there's spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found. You've already learned the hugest lesson, and right now it's just for you to pat yourself on the back. Right now is to congratulate yourself, give yourself flowers, right? I'm seeing before, maybe it was like a toxic, let's say you liked someone, but there was always something that was like a game. And there's no more games now. There's no more, well, if they're not going to call me, then I'm not going to call them. And like those kind of things, and the calculations and stuff. It's like you stop that, you broke this, it's a new transition, and it says, be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. And what's the emotional fulfillment? Well, that's true love. when I put them together, I almost felt like the heart sinking up, and then I felt someone like, it almost was like drowning for them, that this emotion is so much. It was like, you know, that's what I saw. And it kind of takes your breath away, and it's overwhelming and it's scary, but you are lovable and you do deserve love, and you are in this new chapter, and you're allowed to be different energies. You don't have to be that rebel. You can still be a rebel and open-hearted and loving. I have this favorite artist. Her name is Qveen Herby because she's so freaking wonderful. But she just came out with an album last month, and one of them is Housewife. That's the title of one of her songs, and let's add it to this playlist. Hell yeah. I would love to show everyone about Qveen Herby because I think she is such a fantastical starseed. Here, sharing her kick-ass message. So flowers. I also heard Miley Cyrus's I Can Buy Myself Flowers, but with that song came the games and the toxicness and like those kind of things, and like stopping that cycle, and now just pouring on yourself, giving yourself the love that you need. And I do see someone physically got up and left something. And I'm seeing they never thought you would leave. They never thought you would learn your lesson, but you did. And so Spirit just really wants you to congratulate that. Take this time to continue moving, right? Add it into dance, right? Now there's a little bit of lightness to it. But you do deserve love. You finished a huge chapter, and true love is coming for your heart. And yes, it's going to be scary, but you know what? It's worth it. And you'll be so thankful. You'll wish your lucky stars every day because you deserve it. And it's time for you to finally get to experience that feeling. All right, Pile 3, have a good day. We'll see you next time. Hi, Pile 4. Welcome to your pick a card reading. You chose the Canary. But what did I hear? I heard when I picked this up, you know how they used to put the canaries in the cages in the coal mines, and when they sang, that was good, right? That meant there was oxygen. But when they stopped singing, that meant the oxygen wasn't there, and you need to get yourself up out of limbo now. And so what I heard when I picked the canary is like someone's going to be singing. So is this singing in a happy way? Or is it like singing like, I'ma spill the tea? I don't know. So let's just tap in and see. So it says, step forward now and sing your song. So you're singing. There is power in finding your voice. Okay, so the first card that we got is the Death card. That one's actually very pretty. I like it. A time of natural transition and transformation. So what are we transforming? We've got unrequited love. Unrequited. I say it wrong all the time. Whatever. Unrequited. So there's not enough love. And it's saying, call in your soulmate. And then from there, it says, so it shall be. Okay. So I do see an ending for you, Pile 3. I am feeling it down my back, and I am feeling sadness. But when I feel that, I actually feel like the weight is being lifted off my back, which is actually kind of nice. I don't actually like kind of getting those energetic feelings because they feel weird. It's like hitting your funny bone. But like I said, I'm feeling really, really light. It's like, it's just falling off, water off a duck's back. So let's read. Step forward now. So when I see step forward with the death card, with not enough love, telling you to call in your soulmate, I see a split. Someone in a situation, right? This could be romance, this could be a job, this could just be anything. But a situation, we'll say. And whatever your situation you're thinking of, right? Don't try to force things that aren't meant to be forced, but you'll know if this is your reading. And so, yeah, time to speak up, time to sing. Sing it from the rooftops. It just says there's just not enough love or attraction to keep the chemistry going. There's something that you're just, it maybe once brought joy to you, but now, like I see, it just is like piling and piling. And your shoulders are not supposed to be up here. They're supposed to be relaxed. So, weight of the world on your shoulders is going to be taken off. This death and transformation. For some reason, I feel like saying to you, when you look up at the night sky, what constellation is it that you always see? It seems like no matter where you look in the sky, you don't even know that you're faced a certain direction, but when you look up, you see the same thing all the time. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing someone not quite happy or content with life, looking up at the stars and just surrendering. It's like, there's gotta be more. There's just gotta be more to this life than what has been thrown at me. There is. Of course there is. But this is just a stage. But the real lesson is for you to speak up, because I have a feeling that you're the one who's not happy with the way situations are. You're not. You need to speak. You need to sing. It said, step forward and sing your song. There is power in finding your voice, because your voice is not happy. You're in a situation you don't like, and there's just not love there. So every time you come into that, it's gonna, okay, so I see an environment, and wherever it is, this environment, it's time for transformation. And so because you're not speaking up and singing your voice, every time you step into this environment, it drains you. And so you can get the best sleep, you can exercise, you can do all these things, right, that you know you're supposed to do, and you feel like $1,000,000, and then you go to this place and it's gone. So for your own sanity and health, Spirit really wants you to speak up, share your song. Even if it's a sad song, if it's a happy song. My brother always makes fun of me because I really love happy beat songs that are sad. So there's so many different ways, and whatever tune and tone that you throw at things, you can express yourself in the way that is meant to. Your song can come out. I'm thinking that this person, they don't quite have the words. And so they're choking on it. So let me see what that's about. Okay, it's the apologies. So this lady here, she's not happy, and because of this guy. And so every time she tries to go and tell him, hey, like, we've got a problem here, I'd really like to talk to you about this, you know, like, I'm not happy. And he'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know. And like every time she's about to say what it is she really wants to say, I get they flip-flop. So you get actions one way, This is how they always act. They give you cold shoulder, they ignore you, whatever. And then just as you're about to make that decision, they're like, oh, like, I'm so sorry, like, I'll change. And then they don't, though. But in that moment, they're so convincing because they do believe what they're saying. In that moment, they feel it so full-heartedly. And then everyone else is around, oh, like, look, they mean it. Like, how can you, you know, not give this the millionth chance, right? Because you've already given a million minus one. And so every time you go to tell your truth, I do feel like everyone around you kind of makes you feel bad for it. But guess what? When the bird stops singing, it means the oxygen's gone and it means danger. It means that. So you're still singing. You still got breath. You're allowed to, within you, say what it is that needs to come out. I think in yesterday's reading, which I guess is actually today, there's the King of Swords and he's holding the sword and there was a butterfly. And the word was, the truth might hurt others, but you still have to say the truth. It's your truth. And so that's what I get. Every time you're ready to go, sing your song, I do feel like friends and family and everyone kind of twist it and be like, oh, but, and then you're up here, you're ready to, like, be the best version of you. And then it comes crashing down and guilted. And then that's just not a good energy. And yeah, it's just not. It makes you feel like it's all the world against you. I'm seeing like 5 people against one kind of thing. And so even if you feel like you don't got the support, you know how you feel and you know what you want to say. And again, when the bird stops singing, that's when tragedy happens. There was one more point to that I wanted to add as well. When the bird stops singing, did you stop singing? Are you having a hard time getting your voice back? I feel like you want to say things, but it just won't come out. And so it does need to come out, because if you keep shoving it down, it's going to come back in an explosive way. And it's not going to come out as a song that you wanted to share. It's going to come out in, well, it's just not going to be received well. It's going to be explosive. It has to come out. It's the end of the it needs to be transformed, because that chapter is done. And so what's the next chapter? Calling in your soulmate. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Spirit says, don't settle. Just don't. Especially if it takes your song away. Spirit says that in partnerships, you should have your song the whole time. If you find that it puts out your song, you might need to go to a different environment and breathe a little bit of different air, they say. Just clear yourself and just breathe. When you take some you time and you actually stop, as this one says, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations, just stop and take some you time, right? Breathe. That meditation, take that time to daydream and, like, what is it that you deserve? And when you feel that and you think about that, you'll bring that in. You will. Why? Because as above, so below. If that's how you feel inside, which is below, it will happen outside of yourself. Why? Because so it shall be. That's the outcome. That's the final one. With diamond. And so we all know about diamonds, right? There's a little diamond in the middle, right? Diamonds aren't created without pressure. And so that's what this is. It's like diamond cut clarity. Your singing voice is being refined. And what does this say? Step forward and sing your song. There's power in finding your voice. All these, not this, sorry, this one, the unrequited love. It's almost like that coal, it pressure and then that and then pressure. It's that temperance. And so now with all this back and forth and like the shame and the whatever you've been coming up from this, it's brought clarity now. Now you can speak and sing clear. So we'll leave it there. Sending you all the love and support because this sounds like a tricky time for you. But you do deserve exactly what you want, your heart's hopes and wishes. And so speak up. We love hearing your voice, especially when it's from the heart. So have a good day, Pal 4, and keep singing. Bye, guys.